Welcome back to a Walk with Walt podcast. On today's episode, we interview Disney legend Khleo Thomas. Yes, Zero from Holes is here on the show, and we're going to talk to him and interview him about how he landed the role of Zero in the film Holes and what it was like to work with such a star-studded and amazing cast. So come, let's take a walk with Walt.
Khleo Thomas, thank you so much for coming back to a Walk with Walt podcast. It's awesome to see you again.
Thank you for having me back, man.
Okay. In case anybody did not think we would ask the most obvious question of all to Khleo Thomas, here it comes. It took us 3 hours. How did you get the role of Zero in Holes?
Ooh. Okay. This is how this whole thing went down. We get a chance to go and read the first time. I go do the audition. A week goes by, no call. Then we get a heads up. Hey, they want to bring him back in for the callback to meet the director. Cool. We do the scenes again, no issue. We leave. A week goes by. We get another call. Say we would love for Khleo to come in and do a screen test. We don't know what a screen test is. Up to this point, we hadn't done anything of this caliber. So we go to this studio lot, and I'll never forget seeing the characters' names on the wall: X-ray, Zigzag, Squid, Armpit, and they have all, and then zeros at the very end. And they have the actors who are coming in for those characters. They have their names underneath the list. Zeros at the very end, and that list is double everyone else's. Double with whoever. I mean, 5 people were coming in for X-ray, 10 were coming in for Zero. Like it was insane. And there's names I recognize. I'm like, I know this actor. I know this actor. I've seen them work. I know they're already big. I can't. So already in my own head about it. We're there at the screen test for about 4 or 5 hours, and then we get the chance to do a scene. It's the scene in which Caveman and Zero are talking about Zero's history and what's happened to him and him being homeless. They have the script there for us. Me and Shia do the scene, and then the director calls cut. He takes the script away, and he says, "Why don't you guys just improv and let's just see what happens?"
And you're
I'm like,
what, 12, 13?
I'm 12 at this time. So the script is gone. So now it's just sink or swim. And I'm, which, in all respect to Shia, he is way more seasoned. He is way more seasoned at this point. He has held on, he's had a TV show for already years on his resume. He's great at what he does. So now it's just keep up with the leader on this one. So they call action, and we just began to build this story with each other as far as, the things that we had gone through, why I am today, why I don't talk to anybody, why I don't trust these guys. And it was a great feeling to just build that chemistry between us. So we went for about 2 minutes. They called cut. I shook Shia's hand. I went to the director, shook his hand, said, "Thank you, Andy, for the opportunity." And we left. And no phone call for about 3 weeks. Nothing. Dead silence. By this time, I'm at my friend's house. We're back playing Final Fantasy VII and Legend of Zelda on the N64. We're back gaming. It's like, well, don't know what that was. Okay, I'm back to being a kid. My mom calls me and she says, I got to come pick you up because they want to see what your hair would look like without the braids. At the time when we did the chemistry test, I had my hair braided down, like not backwards like cornrows, but just kind of braided down to the sides. So my mom comes and picks me up. She takes out all my hair and it's all big and poofy. She sends a photo. A day goes by. They call and let us know we would like to offer the role of Zero to Khleo Thomas.
And you were an unknown with really no experience?
A few commercials, and then with Friday After Next, where all I had to say was 3 lines. That was it. Now we're going from me doing 3 lines to being on set for 3 months.
Khleo,
Yeah.
this is amazing history. That's
Yes, sir.
that's an incredible story.
Thank you, man.
Now, here's your first big movie. Your first
Mhm.
movie, period. You didn't know it was going to be big.
Mm-mm.
You didn't know it would have the legs that it does. But what a star-studded cast. Sigourney Weaver, John Voight, Patricia Arquette, Tim Blake Nelson, Shia LaBeouf, the Fonz, Henry Winkler,
Hey, Winkler. Yep.
Fawn, Eartha Kitt. How did you handle that?
You know, the only person that made me stop in my shoes was Sigourney Weaver. I hadn't known that she got casted as the warden. So we're at the stage where we're at the Disney Ranch, and this is the maybe the first month of the shooting. And she comes around the corner in wardrobe, and I don't see the warden. I don't see Sigourney Weaver. I see Ripley from Aliens. I freeze.
Of
I
course, of course.
froze. I was like, "Oh, she's in this movie?" I
You
had
didn't know?
no, I didn't know. So, Carrie, I'll be honest, man. I'll say this. I didn't know I had really booked this role until we got out to the desert. I thought I was still auditioning. I thought this was like it didn't register. And you got to remember, I don't say a lot of lines when we're at the detent camp anyway. So I'm in the background. It's all facial expression for me. I really didn't understand that. Oh, like, no, you're booked. This is your role. This is your character. Had no clue. So she walks on set and I just freeze. But you mentioned everyone else's names. We got John Voight, Tim Blake Nelson, Patricia Arquette, Dule Hill, Eartha Kitt, the Fonz, Henry Winkler. It's such a loaded, stacked cast. And it's an amazing thing to have on the resume, man. It's truly something special that connects us all.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to hear this interview in its entirety, check out Khleo Thomas Episode 3 at a Walk with Walt podcast.